What's happening, party people? I have been asked two questions a lot. One, how did you go Sapphire in 35 days, Ed? And two, what made you pivot into the iBoomerang family? I'll answer the last question first. In my 9 years as a professional network marketer, one thing I've come to appreciate, and even prior to my experience in network marketing as a professional speaker and trainer, working in Fortune 500 companies, Fortune 50 companies, and all of that, I have come to have a great appreciation and understanding that if you don't have leadership, it doesn't matter if you have a good idea, a great idea, a good product, or a great product, it's not going to be all it can be, and sometimes it won't even survive. And when Steve Jobs was removed from Apple by his own board because they thought they had it going on, the Mac was doing what it was doing, stock was soaring, business was booming, they said, we don't need him anymore. And they kicked him out. And what happened? The company started to go backwards. The stock began to plummet. And they understood and realized we need him back. He was off creating other companies, Pixar and the like, and doing his thing. They brought him back. What happened? The advent of the iPhone, and the company began to rise again. They've been soaring ever since, even in the wake of his passing. So leadership is crucial. And I'd never had leadership before. And I knew that that was a missing component. And in my mind, I had always dreamed that, hey, maybe one day it's possible that I'll partner up with leadership and we can actually have a shot to make history. I just wanted a shot to make history. Listen, I understand that we all know how to make money. We can all make a ton of money doing a lot of different stuff, and that's great. But I wanted a shot to make history. So when I looked at the leadership of iBoomerang and I understood the significance and magnitude of Holton Buggs, his track record, how he shows up, and it's not just because he's a friend of mine, it's because I respect his core competency. I respect his ability to have a vision that is so much bigger and more profound at all times than anything that's happening currently in the situation that he's in. And I respect his creativity and his willingness to be bold and just do things and go into uncharted space. I love that. So that was one of the key reasons and absolute no-brainers for me in making the pivot. It doesn't mean that I don't have other business interests. It doesn't mean that I'm still not a perpetual student. I still speak, I still train, I still coach, but iBoomerang is my passion. And that's one of the reasons why I was able to go Sapphire in less than 35 days, because when you understand that you're in alignment with something that is greater than yourself, and you understand that it's not about you, it's about serving other people, and then you just follow the simplicity of the systems that we have in place, it's magical. And listen, we have tools that I have never seen, heard of, experienced from anyone. Not just my own experience in network marketing, but from anyone. I have a lot of great relationships in the profession. And I've never seen her, like, it was brand new, just brand new. So, number one, obviously just picking up the phone and sharing the information with people. Number two, allowing people to have the experience on their own, like seeing it with their own eyes, not trying to sell people, not trying to hype people up or gas people up. Listen, if you need to take a look, because I'm only looking for people who are looking. And once I'm able to recognize, based on the people and their ability to prove themselves to me that they qualify to see what it is that I'm doing, then I'm going to give them a full experience so that they can make an informed, intelligent decision, and then we move on from there. So that's really the essence of it. I could give you, step-by-step how-tos and all of that. Listen, we have all of that in place. Once you become a member of the iBoomerang family, we give you the specific steps. We have the systems that are already up and running. Now, I know that we're just, like we just had the grand opening Labor Day weekend. So we brand stinking new, okay? We brand new. But the experience that is being brought to the table is literally, decades, tens, like well over 100 years of experience, well over 9 figures earned in terms of results. So that's just the combination of all of these great minds and great leaders and great people. Like, if you combine all of our experiences, it's game changing. So that's what that came out of, my ability to pick up the phone and call people and ask the right questions, pre-qualify them, get them on the information, and do that repetitively, consistently each and every day. And because of the potency of our product offering, of our compensation plan, of the systems that we have in place, the magnificent tools, the technology that we have right now that is up and running, it's just a totally different level. That's all I can say. It's a totally different level. And for those of you that maybe you haven't had any real success, maybe you've been, working really hard and you're not anywhere near where you thought you should be. Maybe you've been putting in the months and the years and the money is nowhere what you thought it was. Sometimes it's just a matter of recognizing that the vehicle and you are not a good fit. And what I like about iBoomerang is that you don't have to do what I do. Like, I love doing presentations. I love talking to people, but not everybody wants to do that. So if you don't want to sell anything, if you don't want to talk to people, well, I shouldn't say if you don't want to talk to people. If you don't want to sell anything, if you don't want to do any presentations, if you don't want to build a team, like, you don't have to do that here. You can literally just gift people things, okay? So you don't have to do any selling, but you do have to talk to people, because you got to talk to somebody to give them a gift, right? But you don't have to do any selling, and you can still build a significant income for yourself for the long term, okay? For the long term. That's something that resonated with me. In my prior experience, I've had the blessed opportunity to be over an organization well over 100,000 plus people, well over 130,000, 140,000 plus people, and in that time, I remember the number of people who never really had a shot to make money because they didn't want to do what I was doing. Not that they couldn't, they just didn't want to. Not everybody is built that way. And I realized that I was a part of the problem, because I was telling people, if you don't learn to do what I do, then you ain't gonna make no money. Now, that was a fact, but it wasn't right. And when I saw the model of iBoomerang, I understood that people can come in and not do what I do, and they can still make money. People could come in with their open hearts and their wantingness to have a better lifestyle and their generous spirits, and they don't have to present and build teams. I love all that, but they don't have to do that. And they can just give goodwill to people. And in giving goodwill, they can set themselves up for financial success. And that was just icing on the cake for me. I just thought that's a brilliant aspect of who we are and what we do. And it's because of those few things that I've just listed that it's enabled me to share this idea with great speed, energy, and purpose and passion, because it's not about me. It's just not about me. Listen, if you get involved with something and you're like, oh, I want to get in, I want to make a ton of money. Well, I don't know how well that works. I mean, some people are built that way, and most people are not. If you're chasing money, I don't know that that's the best route. I think it's better to chase history. How can we make history? How can I do something I've never done before, become someone I've never been before? How can I impact the planet in such a way that it'll never be the same as a result of me being here with the people that I'm with? And you can do it in a spirit of integrity, transparency, and honesty, in a spirit of loyalty and unity and edification, in a spirit of service and servant leadership. And that's what we do. So when it's fun and it's in alignment, things go faster. So hopefully this gives you some insight into how I went Sapphire in 35 days. I got a lot more work to do. Obviously, we're just getting started. We just opened Labor Day weekend, so we brand new. Like I said, it's crazy how new we are, but how far we've come in such a short period of time. and we respect and humbly acknowledge that we have a whole lot more to go. We have so much work to do, but that's the beauty of it. That's the fun part. I just want a shot to make history, you all. I just want a shot. So that's how that happened, and I'll see you on the next video. Have an awesome and amazing week. Have a great, successful, synergistic September, and we'll speak to you soon. Boom!